Hey there, everyone. How you doing today? We have a special guest returning. If you've ever been to my YouTube page and seen the dashboard, you see this handsome guy holding the book called Millennial Mike. Well, this is him. Now he's got a tie on. He's always dressed to impress this guy. So, hey, Mike, how you doing?
Good, good. I normally don't wear a tie, but I was giving a presentation at work this morning, so
You just
you
kept
got
it on.
lucky.
I got lucky. All right. I like it. Well, hey, something I thought we would do is we would share kind of your feedback of the book. You've already given me a great book review. I'm not sure
Mhm,
everybody's seen it, but I greatly appreciate it. But also you've spent money on the course and you've been
mhm.
through the course.
Right.
Why don't you talk about how it helped you? What do you recommend about it? The Facebook group, just all these things that really have helped you kind of you've done the work. It's nothing
Yeah.
about me. You've done the work, but maybe it provided some kind of guideposts for you.
Right. Yeah. So I think really the one of the biggest concerns that I think a lot of people have is, when it comes to getting started, because most of the people in your Facebook group don't have any rentals yet, or
Yeah.
at least when they're starting out, they have zero. I actually did have my first house hack right before I met you.
Mhm.
But I credit how I was able to get to 4 total properties in just a 2-year time frame because of the advice that I've gotten combined from your course, your videos, and your book. So I think the most important thing to do is probably get the book, because if you buy the
Yeah.
book and read through the book, you can read through it really in a day and a half, just a few hours here or there, and it'll give you a good overview for the strategy.
Yep.
It'll give you a good overview for how you communicate to people. And if the person for whatever reason doesn't like your strategy or doesn't vibe with you, then probably the course isn't for them. But buy
Agreed.
the book if you like what's being said in the book, and if it makes sense, which it should. I just did a video on this about how I don't do the stocks and I day trading, and I don't do the cryptocurrencies, and I don't get brought down with the fix and flips to make 60 grand on one deal. I look at the single family rental or the one rental at a time model of I'm going to add $250 to $300 of cash flow to my bottom line, one rental at a time. It's not flashy.
Mm-mm.
You're not going to like get any heads turning your way. But if you do that consistently over a 10-year period, you're going to be a multimillionaire able
Yes.
to retire early and leave the rat race, and you're minimizing your risk. So that's what stood out to me about that strategy. And so then once I read your book, and for those who don't know, I actually got to read the PDF version before it was even really a book. So I was that early to the
You're
party.
old school.
I know. So so once I read the book, of course, I started following the daily videos. And then I think this was actually before you created the course. The course came along a
Yeah.
few months later. I don't remember when, but I enrolled in the course and I took the course. And what the course does is take the book and expand upon every principle
Mm.
as many times over as you need, as much detail as you need, as much info as you need. And the biggest takeaway I had from the course was how important it is to be able to define your ideal deal. Because if you can't specify the exact size of the house, the price of the house, the cash flow that that house should be returning to you, if you don't have all of that ready to go on the drop of a hat, able to recite it, then you shouldn't be investing it. You should spend more time researching.
Yeah.
And why do you do that? It's to help you avoid buying a bad or average deal and help you buy only good and great deals. And if you buy only good and great deals, you won't get in trouble. You
Yeah.
don't make mistakes.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm so glad that's true. And again, yeah, the history of this channel, because you go back to the very beginning, right? The book was actually meant to be a free PDF. I
Mm,
gave it out to almost 500 people, and I
okay.
got feedback from 2 or 3 people. You were one of them. Nobody read them. Nobody read.
That's terrible.
Free is not interesting.
Yeah.
So what did I do is I went back to the book, because as you read the book, you really read the first 60%, which I didn't really think was a book yet. It was just our journey. So
Mhm.
when that happened, I was frustrated. I was annoyed because I'm not a great writer, but so it's worked for me. So then what I did is I went back and I wrote the last 40%, right? My 23 takeaways and this and that, all of those things. And then I paid editors to edit the book and the cover artist and all this other money I had to spend,
Mhm.
right, to create what's over your shoulder there.
Right.
And it's actually done really well. Now that it's cost 15 bucks on Amazon or Audible, lots of people are reading it. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Well, the 500 plus 5-star reviews that you have probably aren't hurting as well.
Yeah, I really treasure those. Those are so awesome to get those 5-star reviews. And again, you could just leave one real quick. I'll take it. It's good. Great book. I don't mind. Keep plugging away. And then you're right. The course came after. I had no intentions of creating a course. I mean, people had asked me for a long time, you know, can you do something? Can you mentor me? Can I take you to coffee? And after the book came out, that just went exponential.
Mhm,
Right? My personal network, I was probably getting free coffee 5 days a week already. Right. But it
mhm,
was okay. I didn't work. I like being busy. I like helping people. But once the book came out, like it was like 60 days after the book came out, I mean, my emails and my LinkedIn's and everywhere was just like exploding with people. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I can't
mhm.
help everybody. And if I can't help one person, I feel like I'm being biased somewhere. I'm like,
Right.
this, it, it actually created a moment of stress, or I don't know if it's stress or fear, but it's like, I may have created a problem for myself. My appetite to help people maybe is creating a problem. So that's where I'm like, okay, let me sit back for 6 weeks, because it took 6 weeks, and I actually used the book as a model. All right, how'd you do all of this?
Mhm,
Because again, what I chose a market I never been to, never lived in. I drove through once when I was 13 to go to Yosemite. How did I do it? I met people. I got focused, daily disciplines, and now I compare houses and apartments. It's all in there. And you're so right. The number one, there's two things. Actually, I guess there's the number one goal of the course for me, if you ask me, is I want to help build confidence. I think
mhm,
too many new investors don't have it, which either means they spend forever and do nothing, or two, they believe in somebody else's dream and they give their money away, right? They
mhm,
invest in someone else's deal. Both of those suck. So my first goal of the course is I want to build confidence in people. And I think you build confidence with focus and daily discipline,
mhm.
right? Your focus. I'm so happy to hear you say that. 3 bedrooms, this size, this size. I mean, the key is not how many people you know, but how many people know you and what you're looking for,
Mhm.
especially when you're out of state,
Yeah.
right? The fact that you are out of state in Indiana, you should still be trying to grow your network, and every week having two or three new people know what Mike looks for, because
Mhm.
you just never know where that next deal is going to come from, or that next seller financing, or whatever it is. Um, yeah, the fact that you know it, and also you tell everybody, "Hi, I'm Mike. I look for this and this and this and this." That's why you've done the work, and I just again want to congratulate you again for getting to 4.
Well, thanks, Mike. And yeah, I mean, really, it's just a success story for like average people. I'm a blue collar worker. I'm a police officer, single dad. I have full custody of my son. I'm busy all the time. Um, and but you can do the 15 minutes a day of looking at your market.
Mhm.
You can call. I definitely don't call as many people as I should, network as much as I should. But I've spoken to several real estate agents. I've spoken to a few different property managers. I part of a couple of different Facebook groups
Yeah.
in Indiana, and you message people in the
Yeah.
comments because stuff happens that way. Which actually, back to resources you provide, your Facebook group, if you buy the course, you get in on the One Rental at a Time Facebook group, which is just full of other people sharing their successes, asking each other questions, and then answering each other's questions, with Mike dipping in here and there to
Yeah.
bless the information being given so that it's good. But
Yeah.
it's another good resource because it just kind of helps you realize there's other people like me that are regular people, not
Yeah.
multimillionaires yet,
Yeah.
and and I can hopefully become one.
Yeah. No, again, everything happens for a reason. And I had originally just created the Facebook group. I was like, that's just going to be my FAQ, right? Everybody's going to ask questions. I'm just going to drop all the FAQs there. And
Right.
again, I'm a social media novice. I didn't have a Facebook group until after I retired. I mean, seriously, I just chose not to do it. And now what I've seen with the group is people are sharing deals, asking questions, networking, and it's so I go there when I want to feel good,
Mhm.
right? It's
Yeah,
it's it's a nice place on the internet, and I'll
it's a
just
love fest.
yeah, it's a love. I'll just delete all the hate because it's my group. Right? I don't like that. Delete.
Oh, that's funny.
That's funny. Well, man, I appreciate it. Again, I think the course, again, I think I built the course to create confidence. I think you
Mhm.
create confidence with focus and daily execution. So it seems like it's working for you.
It worked for me. I think it can work for other people. So thank you.
You got it, man. Thank you very much for your time.
No problem.